All right, all right. Welcome to San Miguel TV. Good evening. I'm gonna wait for people to start coming on in. It is it's May 21st, Tuesday, May 21st, 9:24 p.m., 2024. Yeah, man. Let's get this started. Got a special one for you guys right now. Might as well just start playing it already. Let me just show you what we're going to be looking at today. And we'll start it right about here. Check this out.
We all brothers. And that's a shame, man. I was pretty disappointed about that. You know what I mean? I was hoping that brother would come out of it. You know, because his music has a very strong influence on people, man, and it always has. I remember when that album first came out. It's dark and hell is hot. Man, we were drinking some SoCo, and we're listening to that DMX. How you doing, brother? What's your nationality? I'm a Native American. Yep. You find yourself on this list right here.
So this is my carnale, bro. He said he's native, bro. So we're brothers, right?
Yeah, keep that in mind. These guys are all actually natives, and well, these guys are like Hispanic. This is a Mexican dude talking. Who's an Israelite.
We all brothers.
So yeah, this guy's an Israelite. He's trying to talk to these Native Americans.
But we go back.
These are people that have very similar genetics. This man right here that's teaching, he's there with his son. This is his oldest son right here, he says. These guys are somewhere in the West Coast. I don't know exactly where they're at, but this is from a YouTube channel called Knights of the Brown Table. So Knights, with a K, of the Brown Table. And this particular video right here is called Marvelous Minds, Biblical History with Marvelous Ink and Guests. If you want to see this was posted 5 days ago. Very interesting video. All right, we keep playing it.
Thousands and thousands of years, right? Why can't we find us in here? We can't. We just don't know our name, all right? When the Europeans came over here, they burned all our records. They burned, they destroyed lots of our artifacts. You know what I'm saying? Of showing who our true identity is. All right. We have all these creation stories, but they sound like a child's myth, like a mythical child.
Yeah, Messi didn't like that one. I remember Messi didn't like that.
That's because they killed our elders.
He said that,
to come up with these ideas of where we came from, because they had fractions or fragments of memories of what the elders told them. But even in our creation stories, there were still fragments of truth in there. Just like we came from the ground, right? We came from the dirt. That's why our skin is brown, right? That's just right here, bro. What I'm trying to tell you is that the so-called Native American Indians, we are the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speaks of, bro. All right? We're the ones that built the pyramids in Egypt. Okay? I don't know about that, man. I'm a native. I'm indigenous. Okay, I'm a practitioner of indigenous religion. So tell me, where did we come from? Oh, we came from the earth. That's why we're made up of 75% water. When? That's why we're made up of everything that's made. The cosmos is made up of. When did we come from the earth? When and where? When and where? Yes. Exactly. Who's to say? What does it matter? We're in the here and now.
Yeah, I don't understand the relevance of that question either. When and where did we come from the earth? According to what these guys believe, these are Latino Hebrew Israelites. That's true. But yeah, you'll see. D, what's up? Welcome. It's gonna be a Royal Rumble in a minute.
When and where? When and where and the here and now are two different things. You don't know where you're from, then you don't know where you're going. You know where we're from. Exactly when and where did we come up out of the ground like calabasitas?
You don't know where you're from. You don't know where you're going. It's just something that sounds nice.
We're indigenous.
I understand what you're saying.
Sounds
brother.
poetic.
Understand that?
But I'm
You guys are
asking
Hispanic?
you-
Hispanic? Mexican?
Well, yeah, but my mother's a Navajo.
Hispanic, Mexicans, whatever. Natives.
Hey, you know, hey, pause it, bro.
Okay,
To this
but how did we get started?
Hey, bro, that's why I hate when brothers ask those questions. You Hispanic or a native? Like, we're the same fool.
What
And
you
look-
mean? Like these be the people that are constantly asking others, "What are you?" You know, didn't he ask him already? Like, so what if he's asking that? He's trying to make a point, like we're all the same. And look how he flipped.
You know what I mean?
What this dude is. You know
Yeah, I
what I
know.
mean?
Like, yeah, bro. What kind of question is that, bro? That's not disrespectful to your other native brothers, homie, to even ask that stupid ass question, carnal.
Hispanic, like we separated, like you different, right?
Yeah. That's like some white man shit that you've been indoctrinated with, carnal.
Exactly.
Go ahead, bro.
So he was indoctrinated. There's two indoctrinated brothers talking to each other,
How did we get
Yeah. So yeah.
right?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
It does matter.
We were here
Because
first.
how come, let me ask you this, all right? Let's not get all riled up. Let's just have a conversation man to man, okay? Let me ask you this. The Chinese can document their history thousands of years, bro. Even the white people, they could document their history thousands of years back, bro. The Red Dot Indians, they got books going back 5,000 years, bro. How come we don't have none of that?
No, we do.
They
It
do.
was destroyed by the priests when
No. There's a lot of things being found every day, man. Every year there's some new discoveries about these natives and the origins of the Paleo Indians, what they call them. There's so much archaeology. There's fossils that we got bones. I mean, you name it, man. Animals. We know what kind of uh, flora, the flower, all of that grows in this. You know, we know that it's connected to Northeast Asia and Siberia. Native Americans came from Siberians, Northeast Asians, and they have a little bit of Polynesian DNA. Native Americans to South Americans. I'm talking about the original that came out over here, the indigenous Americans. This guy that's teaching, the Israelite, obviously believes that, hey, what's going on? FOPE in the house. Okay, you see, this is that's funny that you came on because I know this guy kind of goes to war with you guys. This is what's his name here? Kwasha Halak Masha Nabu Kadu. He got a long name. That's what he put here, and the other guy's just named Vlad. But I think these guys, they call themselves the Northern Tribes. This is the Knights of the Brown Table YouTube channel. And I don't know exactly when this happened, but the live stream that we're watching where they're showing this video it aired 5 days ago. So I'm just interested. This is just something I want to see. I want you guys to see the whole thing.
He said we do. That's oxymoronic, homie. You know what I mean?
You gotta go. We just came to check you out and
something, bro. Let me show you something.
No, we're
Hear
good.
me out. Have some respect, bro. Let me show you one thing. One thing, okay? One thing. Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 49. So you talked about the Spaniards, right? What happened when they came over here?
they conquered.
They conquered us, right? That's prophesied right here in the Bible. All right, bring it out.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 49.
Crazy.
The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far.
From far, a nation from far. Where did the Spaniards come from?
From the end of the earth.
I'm asking you, where did the Spaniards come from? I'm asking you, brother.
From across the sea.
Bring it out. Read it again.
Verse 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far. From the end of the earth. As swift as the eagle flieth.
Their flag had an eagle on it, a black eagle. Go ahead.
A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
Let me pause these guys while they pause themselves. This is what happens when people get conquered. A nation comes from another side of the earth, and they come to where you're at. They conquer you, and they don't have any regard for the young. All of that applies to everybody that's ever been conquered in history, whether they're Asian, whether they're Icelandic, Vikings, whatever, Africans. This everybody's covered there.
No, what? Go ahead.
A nation of fierce countenance.
Fierce countenance, like what? They locking up children in dog cages, right? They would hang us from trees.
That's not what a fierce countenance means. The countenance is your facial appearance. It's how your face looks at the moment. Your visage is another word for countenance. Is visage, like how Lamentation says about the visage is blacker than a coal or something. FOPE says, I have nothing against no one. I just don't believe in teaching lies. Well, I could get with that too, brother. But, we all believe that we have the truth, So everybody's going to say everybody else is teaching lies. But if these people teach that the 12 tribes of Israel are all Latinos, that's what I think. That's what I'm getting from this cat is, because FOPE, you guys, it will be the opposite of this. FOPE teaches that they would be called the all black Hebrew Israelite group. Then you got the One West Hebrew Israelites. They usually stick to that 12 tribe sign where they include blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans. But then what I'm starting to hear now is that there are groups that I think this guy is involved in. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe, I don't know, that they teach. I've met some of these guys through the internet. They teach that the 12 tribes are all Hispanic and Native Americans all throughout North, South, and Central America, only not the blacks. Blacks are the Hamites and Canaanites and all of that. But yeah, One West, I could say as a former student of One West, I've been up in there many times right before they closed down in 06, 07. I was in there in about 04, 05, and 06, all throughout whatever time they finally left that place. I was in there. I know One West teaches. I used to believe I was a Simeonite and all of that. You know what I mean? And but yeah, welcome to FOPE. FOPE is a friend. They're friends of the channel. I've been on their channel before. I always showed them nothing but respect. I don't like to just go out and start swinging swords with people just because we don't agree. FOPE, I could rock with them on certain things. Of course, I don't believe in the teachings, but that's for another time. Welcome. You right. They all learned from One West. They was lying. Yeah, I mean, at least that whole, at least y'all don't believe that Issachar are the Mexicans and then Haitians are Levi and they're both the same people. I always thought that was strange. Even when I was in there, I was like, yo, it was no Mexicans coming in, man. There were like 3 Mexicans in the whole ICTJC at some point. There's something like that, and those are the ones that like to hang around blacks and stuff. So they just get caught up in the culture of everything. But yeah, no doubt we could do something one day, man, and have a good conversation. I came on your live when that white supremacist Grender, whatever his name was, Peyton Grender or Grendon, when he shot up the Buffalo Tops Market. Remember that? I remember I jumped on your live and I was like, yeah, man, this is crazy. Because that's where you got groups like that coming out saying, there's a lot of racist white people because they're out there. They're out there. But yeah, that's a little sidetrack. Yeah, we could talk about that. We could talk about that, and I'll open this up for some questions later or somewhere in the middle.
They would cut open our stomachs. They would cut open pregnant women's stomachs. They would commit genocide upon all our people. A nation of fierce countenance. Go ahead.
We shall not regard the person of the old. We shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young.
Just like in the Trail of the Tears, they didn't regard the old people or the young people, just like they do nowadays. You ever heard of smallpox? Do you know what smallpox is?
Yeah, I've heard all that. All in the name of religion.
You ain't heard shit, bro.
Hey,
That's why you gotta walk.
See that? Go ahead. Go ahead.
But the key to this is from the end of the earth, bro. They
Yeah.
came from another end, homie. Some like the people don't get that part, homie. Like, but you can tell he's want to speak his.
If they came from the end of the earth, You know, that could mean anywhere. It doesn't, and this, it's not saying that they came across the ocean. It's saying they came from the other end of the earth, as if it's one big landmass and they came from one end into another end. That's what it sounds like it's saying in that scripture. Not that it's talking about Native Americans. That's a popular scripture that would be used for the 10 tribes, the conquest of the 10 tribes. That I know Tazadakia had did one time, and he brought up the same scripture in Genesis 28, in Deuteronomy 28 and 49. And then when they said that swift as the eagle flieth, they try to correlate that with the eagle symbol that is used by many Europeans, and of course America. You know, and the Spanish were using that. In Portugal, you can see that they've always used eagles and stuff. Now, it doesn't mean that that's a symbol that they're going to be using. It's literally it's telling you right there in the scripture. It's literally talking about how fast and how quick they were going to take them, just like an eagle swoops down and quickly takes their prey. That's what it's talking about. And he wants to focus on the American flag or the symbol of the bald eagle or something that was used by this, you know, Spanish monarchs also.
It's true. Then just come and tell you off, bro. He didn't want to really hear nothing.
Yeah,
But
but
go ahead, Kana.
hold on, that ain't even the kick drum.
I know it's
Wait,
about
like
the
a
black
child
people.
on Christianity, huh? This ain't Christianity, bro.
This ain't Christianity.
This ain't Christianity.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 28 and verse 1.
What? Hey, bro, you got something to say? Come talk to me like a man. Be walking away like a boy.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 28 and verse 1. The wicked flee when no man pursueth, but the righteous are bold as a lion.
Bring it out. Hey, bro, you were having a conversation. You talked to me while you're leaving, bro.
I came over here.
We're gonna have a conversation.
I
Don't walk away like a woman talking shit. Go.
Hey, you guys put a hand on those fools, bro. That's right, bro. Hey, that little bro. Those fools couldn't even handle themselves, bro. Bro, you guys are weak. You got the weak spirit with you. Bro, rewind that shit. I gotta see it again, dog.
All right, so all that noise in the background, that's them. You know, yeah, there's some Chicos, man. Listen, that's a Native American, supposedly. I'm sure he got some white in him too. That dude is on top of. So these are two indigenous people going after each other. Kind of like what you saw with IUIC and ISUPK not too long ago. Except, you know, these people that walked up are just regular you know, pedestrians or citizens or whatever you want to call them, that they're not part of this stuff. So, you know, this stuff, this is always liable to happen when they're out there in the street talking this stuff. But let me hear their commentary on it.
Rewind that shit. Those dudes are weak, bro.
My point.
Oh,
my
bro,
point
I gotta
is-
see that shit. Send me that video again later, homie. I gotta watch that shit. When did I miss that one, Kana?
My point is that spirit.
God, not. These are West Coast Mexican, you know, indigenous people, pretty much, it seems. Maybe Arizona, you know, or New Mexico. I know they're from around that way. I was looking, I was trying to see if I could find where they're from, but I don't know. But yeah, this is always liable to pop off, right? Man, those fringes giving them strength, man. Yeah, that brother handled himself good. That the dude that's fighting, that's the main teacher. He's here commenting on it right there at the top left with the red hat that says Yahweh. So they're using One West teachings. If he's calling, you know, they call on the name of Yahweh.
Bro, as soon as he didn't agree with me, I was like, roar, bro. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm talking about. I was under that spirit. You know what I mean?
Hey, But
Go
you
ahead.
didn't really say it's not black Hebrew Israelite shit. You were just speaking about what happened to us. Homie, that fool got too emotional, canal.
Yeah, so he's saying you wasn't even speaking that black Hebrew Israelite ish. You was talking about what happened. He was talking about what happened to us. So, and this guy said he's talking as if this was like an old video that he used to be in something else, like it was different. You know, he was in it. He was carnal, or I don't know. Like he was mad. He was like, you can tell like I was mad. I think that this guy changed his belief, and I believe these guys are all Hispanic Hebrew Israelites, all Latino Hebrew Israelites. I could be wrong though. I'm gonna look into their website because they put their website up. I'm gonna look to see what else they got. So let me just hear what else they got to say.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Like he could have just walked away. I was been like, please, you know what I mean? But he was talking shit while he was walking away, and then the street came out at me. You know what I mean? Like you walking away like a bitch or whatever I said.
You didn't even say that. You said boy, homie.
Oh yeah, yeah,
You know?
yeah. You know what
You
I'm
didn't
saying?
even say bitch. You didn't even disrespect the bro for him to come back swinging. But that's our people.
Nah, this dude was ready to fight. Come on, man. You could see as soon as he didn't agree with him and started saying stuff, walking away, this guy got so mad. It's crazy.
Homie. That's our people all day, homie. You know what I'm saying? Dang, because you didn't even say, I thought you was going to say bitch, but you didn't say bitch or nothing, bro.
I told him
You called him a boy.
I told him he's acting like a woman, and that's when he started throwing hands.
Okay.
Hey, Shalom.
Hey, I guess.
My point is
They believe natives and yeah, so it's Hispanic and native people only, right? Or the indigenous, yeah.
that okay? There's no reason I should be teaching something like that. That's the same spirit servant is in, right? And he's like, you come over to my camp, I'm gonna smash you, I'm gonna put hands on you. Remember that?
Mm-hmm. Oh man, hey bro, hey, yeah, homie.
Yeah,
So how do y'all feel about that? How do you?
So yeah, so these cats. What's going on, Brooklyn Outlaw? Yeah, so these guys believe in the 10 tribe only. Let me show you the intro real quick. Maybe that'll give you more information. Northern Kingdom Prophets. That's from a movie. I forget what movie that's from.
European and North American powers have carved out and taken the timber, the flat.
I don't know if that's their own music. Either way, I'm gonna just mute it for now. I want to see what else they're gonna be showing. Let's see. Boom. That's them teaching. It looks like they just be teaching the 10 tribe or the Hispanics, you know. So I think these guys are strictly Native American and Hispanics. That's what I'm getting that's what I'm the impression that I'm getting, and I think FOPE just verified that anyways. So, but yeah, man, a brother of mine, man, a good friend of mine sent me this when it like literally just happened. So I wanted to show you some of this stuff.
That's where we got to be careful because that Bible is putting judgment out there.
Nothing to satisfy my soul. To all my brothers in the gutter, the sons of slaves, the infected. To all the kids without a mother, spending life incorrect.
That's the intro. He's burning something there while he does his street speaking and having it, you know, that smoke all over him. Like that shit's doing something. That's funny. But yeah, that was him fighting with his son there, man. Him and his son went at it and handled themselves pretty good, I think. Let's see here.
but thou art rich, and I know the blasphemy of them that say they are rich.
It looks like these guys get into a lot of problems, man. What's going on? Yeah, they're talking about Yahweh Shai and damn, why did my bad? I didn't want to show that shit. Fuck, that might fuck up my shit. I can't have no animal sacrifice. What the hell was that? These cats are crazy. I could tell these cats are specially bugged out.
This is a target
Same thing with
one
black.
production.
The shepherd, David.
This is a target one production.
The renown of thy wisdom hath spread far and wide, but it is useless.
This is a target one production.
So to say.
Let me see that intro. I want to see what he says in the intro. Maybe I get an idea of what these guys believe in. Let's see.
I'm a freaking heavy, blood in my sweat heavy, balance to regret my baby. Death is a bet not maybe, pocket lips and rockin' steady. Keep them on with my baby, keep me hot like Hades. Yeah, how will bless my wife, take care of all of my babies. The power on the side of the line.
This guy's mother, on his mother's side, he said he's Navajo, actually. I don't know if you missed that part in the beginning. But D says, I loved your stream with the DNA results. My son and I looked at ours and I had big Western European, but no Eastern European. My son had Eastern European that had to come from his father who was black. Wow, look at that. All right, let's continue this here.
Crazy how your devil is divine, space and time illusionary. Set on fire to my spot, the gold is fun, I get them Terry. In the furnace in my glow shine, I'm getting weary. They prophetic with these rhymes, straight revolutionary rhyme. With the soul by no mind, escape them over just in time. I'm a warrior on
Me while we was on good.
Shalom, Mark.
What's going on? What's
So they be saying Shalom, all right.
good with you?
Hey, what's up, carnal? Aquí estamos otra vez, que no.
Come on, that's it.
This guy got a hat that says Hebrew Israelite on the right, and this guy on the left has a hat that says Yahweh.
Good. Yeah. All right. Hey, brother. Let me get a couple of these scriptures real quick. Just to, cause what you told me earlier, it had a great impact on me, brother. And brothers need to know that we need to extol each other, like the way you had helped, the way you had extolled me while we.
If Josh said this, he did good, carnal. I ain't gonna lie. He did good. He got a fool made me laugh. Man, you know, he did
I know,
good.
let's check it out. You know what I mean? I watched it, but you're right, bro. A lot of cats they won't even take the chance to do that because it's easy to go on somewhere and just agree with them. You know what I mean? But you know, Joshua, he went up there and he was contending with them. You know what I'm saying? He was contending with the what they call him, the gorilla.
Gorilla Hebrew.
But I don't hate myself like that. I love myself, so that means I gotta love you, carnal. You know what I'm saying? And other paganism and shit with the New Testament and the Old Testament, right? To make it fit.
So let me see.
There was a premonition and all these things that happened, and 300 people seen it. it almost seems like what they do is they just kind of play off the Bible, right? And kind of just like what the Book of Mormon do, and the
Yeah, it's like a span off the Bible, homie. As long as you connected to the Bible, you okay type of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they
Yeah, I
just
see what you're saying.
Yeah, so I was just trying to see what else I could find with these guys. I don't know the name of their cult. I know the name of the channel is called Knights of the Brown Table. So that's who these guys are, the Knights of the Brown Table. And I'm just gonna go ahead and play the funny part again. And then maybe I'll go through some more of their video to see what they talking about. But yeah, let's see here.
check this out.
We all brothers. And that's a shame, man. I was pretty disappointed about that. You know what I mean? I was hoping that brother would come out of it.
You talking about DMX?
Because his music has a very strong influence on people, man. And it always has. I remember when that album first came out, It's Dark and Hell is Hot. Man, we were drinking some SoCo. And we're listening to that DMX.
That's
How you
so
doing,
cool.
brother? What's your nationality?
I'm a native.
Native American? Yep. Can you find yourself on this list right here?
So this is my carnale, bro. He said he's native, bro. So
yeah, they speak Harlem Hebrew.
Yeah.
Check out what progresses. Check out what transpires through this conversation.
This is
Mm.
Native American Indians, so-called Mexicans, and so-called blacks, man. We all brothers.
So
Native
he said
American
so-called
Indians,
blacks
the Bible.
and Native Americans. So this might be like an old doctrine that they used to teach, because I don't think he teach that blacks are Hebrew Israelites anymore.
Can't find Native American in here, but we go back thousands and thousands of years, right? Why can't we find us in here? We can't. We just don't know our name, all right? When the Europeans came over here, they burned all our records. They burned, they destroyed lots of our artifacts. You know what I'm saying? Of showing who our true identity is. All right. We have all these creation stories, but they sound like a child's myth, like a mythical child.
Yeah, Messi
dream,
didn't
right?
like that one. I remember
That's not
Messi didn't
that,
like
that,
that.
Yeah, if that's what the Native American history sounds like, then come on.
That's because they killed our elders.
Messi was
The
proud that-
children that were
You
left
said
had
that,
to come
bro.
up with these ideas of where we came from, because they had fractions or fragments of memories of what the elders told them. But even in our creation stories, there were still fragments of truth in there. Just like we came from the ground, right? We came from the dirt. That's why our skin is brown, right? That's just right here, bro. What I'm trying to tell you is that the so-called Native American Indians, we are the true.
That's straight one West right there. We come out of the ground is brown, so that's why we're brown, because we came out of the ground.
Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speaks of, bro. All right, we're the ones that built the pyramids in Egypt.
They do believe
okay?
I don't know about that, man. I'm a
I'm
native.
telling you about it.
Oh, well, I'm indigenous. Okay. I'm a practicer of indigenous religion.
So tell me, where did we come from?
Oh, we came from the earth. That's why we're made up of 75% water.
When?
That's why we're made up of everything that's made. The cosmos is made up of. Is it?
When did we come
in
from
our
the
in
earth?
our
When and where?
when and where?
Yes. Exactly.
Who's to say?
And he wants to know exactly when and where, like Jesus Christ.
What does it matter? We're in the here and now. When and where?
Because if you
When
don't
and
know,
where and the here and now are two different
if
things.
you don't know where you're from, then
Oh,
you
we-
don't know where
we
you're
do.
going.
We know where we're
So
going.
exactly when and where did we come up out of the ground like calabacitas?
We're indigenous.
I understand what you're saying, brother.
I understand that.
But I'm
You guys are
asking
Hispanic?
you- Huh?
Hispanic? Mexican?
Well, yeah, but my mother's a Navajo.
Hispanic, Mexicans, whatever. Natives.
Hey, you know, hey, pause it, bro.
Okay,
To this
but how
continent.
did we get started?
Hey, bro, that's why I hate when brothers ask those questions. You Hispanic?
But that's crazy because that's what they ask all day long. I don't know why they're mad that he's asking what he is. And he actually literally just said Mexican, native, whatever. He's like, we're all, or he said Mexican, indigenous, whatever. We're all natives, whether you're Mexican or Navajo or whatever. That's what
Or
he said.
native, like we're the same food.
And look
You
how
know what
white
I mean?
this dude is. You know
Yeah,
what
I
I mean?
know. Like, yeah, bro. What kind of question is that, bro? That's like disrespectful to your other native brothers, homie, to even ask that stupid ass question, carnal.
Like we separate.
How is that disrespectful? that doesn't make any sense right there.
Separated, like you're different, right?
Yeah, that's like some white man shit that you've been indoctrinated with, carnal.
Exactly.
Go ahead, bro.
So he was indoctrinated. There's two indoctrinated brothers talking to each other.
Yeah.
So you hear how he said there's two indoctrinated brothers talking to each other? He's referring to himself and this guy because I guess he kind of changed some of what he believes, but obviously he still believes in Yahweh, but he took on that all Hispanic or the all Latino Hebrew Israelite doctrine, which is the new thing right now.
So yeah.
Right?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
It does matter.
We were here
Because
first.
how come, let me ask you this, all right? Let's not get all riled up. Let's just have a conversation man to man, okay? Let me ask you this. The Chinese can document their history thousands of years, bro. Even the white people, they could document their history thousands of years back, bro. The Red Dot Indians, they got books going back 5,000 years, bro. How come we don't have none of that?
No, we do.
Where?
It was destroyed by the priests when
He said we do. That's oxymoronic, homie.
That's what it is.
You know what I mean?
We gotta go. We just came to check you out and
something, bro. Let me show you something.
No, we're good.
Have some respect, bro. Let me show
He's getting mad that he's walking away. Like, damn, son, just relax.
you one thing. One thing, okay? One thing. Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 49. So you talked about the Spaniards, right? What happened when they came over here?
they conquered.
They conquered us, right? That's prophesied right here in the Bible. All right, bring it out.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far.
From far, a nation from far. Where did the Spaniards come from?
From the end of the earth.
I'm asking you, where did the Spaniards come from? I'm asking you, brother.
Across the sea.
Bring it out. Read it again.
Verse 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth.
Their flag had an eagle on it, a black eagle. Go ahead.
A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
What? Go ahead.
A nation of fierce countenance.
Fierce countenance, like what? They locking up children in dog cages, right? They would hang us from trees. They would cut open our stomachs. They would cut open pregnant women's stomachs. They would commit genocide upon all our people. A nation of fierce countenance. Go ahead.
Which shall not regard the person of the old. Which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young.
Just like in the Trail of the Tears, they didn't regard the old people or the young people, just like they do nowadays. You ever heard of smallpox? Do you know what smallpox is?
Yeah, I've heard all that. All in the name of religion.
You ain't heard shit, bro.
Hey, so,
That's why you gotta walk away.
See that? Go ahead. Go ahead.
But the key to this is from the end of the earth, bro. They
Yeah.
came from another end, homie. Some like the people don't get that part, homie. Like, but you can tell he just want to speak his truth and just come and tell you off, bro. He didn't want to really hear nothing.
Yeah,
But
but
go
check-
ahead, Kana.
Hold on, that ain't even the kick drum.
I know it's
Wait,
about
like
the
a
black
child,
people.
Christianity.
This ain't Christianity, bro. This ain't Christianity.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 28 and verse 1.
What? Hey, bro, you got something to say? Come talk to me like a man.
Jesus.
Be walking away like a boy.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 28 and verse 1. The wicked flee when no man pursueth, but the righteous are bold as a lion.
Bring it out. Hey, bro, you were having a conversation. You talk to me while you're leaving, bro.
I came over here.
We're gonna have a
I came
conversation. Don't
over
walk
here.
away like a woman
Man.
talking shit.
Go.
Hey, you guys put a hand on those fools, bro. That's right, bro. Hey, that little bro. Those birds can't even handle themselves, bro. Ah, bro, you guys are weak. You got the weak spirit with you. Bro, rewind that shit. I gotta see it again, dog. Rewind that shit. Those dudes
My brothers are having a blast watching this shit. Yo, that dude got mollywopped, man. Jesus, that's his shoe over here. His scully came off and everything. This dude is losing articles of clothing. All the damn posters are disheveled. This is crazy, man. I can't believe these guys actually ended up getting to this level, to this point. This don't make no sense. I don't understand how this got started. I mean, on both parts, shit. It seemed like the teacher was kind of antagonizing and like leading this on and getting all mad and aggressive. Like damn, the dude needs to calm down. He's just a little bit too aggressive, you know. And calling people a woman and a boy, it's like, calm down, man. That's why this shit led to this.
the weak, bro.
My point.
Oh,
my
bro,
point
I gotta see that shit. Send me that video again later, homie. I gotta watch
my
that
point,
shit. When did I miss that one, carnal?
My point is that spirit, bro. As soon as he didn't agree with me, I was like, roar, bro. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm talking about. I was under that.
Yo, this live stream is 11 hours long, man. Can you believe that? That's crazy, man. There's no way anybody's gonna go through that.
Spirit, you know what I mean?
But you didn't really say it's not Black Hebrew Israelite shit. You were just speaking about what happened to us. I mean, that got too emotional.
You heard how he said you wasn't even talking that Black Hebrew Israelite shit. You was just talking about us. Like, damn, man. Yeah, these cats are like, you could tell they spent some nights in bookings and shit before. But yeah, let me go up on their page and see what I could find. Like, they have an actual website called the Aztec Israelites. It's called Aztec Israelites .com. Let me see here. Let's see what I could find on this website. I only got 6 months to live. What's that? It's got to be like a song or something. What does that mean? That don't make no sense. It says Mexicans are Hebrew Israelites. Let's see here. Let me see what these guys are talking about in some of these videos. Yeah, I don't know. I want to know what these guys really be saying.
It's not true. Only the Most High gonna tell you when it's time. Not even when we feel like we finished. You know what I'm saying? It's only up to the Most High. Lots of times, you know what I'm saying. I think, you know, it's just like what the flesh do. The flesh is a fatalist, man. You know, but it's up to the Most High. You could jump out. There's people that jumped out of airplanes, bounced off the ground.
Horse pumping power, microscopic thunder strikes, magnetic fields navigate me through the wrathful night.
I don't want to hear that. That looks like a music video that this cat did or something. Looks like he's a rapper. He's talking about a lot of this Vladimir Putin stuff. So let me play this video to see.
Imagine for a moment living in a world where the most fundamental beliefs you hold are turned on.
No. What the hell? Yeah, let's see here. What else we can find? So it looks like they're in Mexico, in Texas, here in El Paso. Let's check this out.
Praises Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakudat.
Yeah, this is all one West Harlem Hebrew stuff. They're Aztec. Aztecs were Central Mexico, no connection, none at all. It's really sad. The culture spread like a virus. Yo, this stuff is everywhere, and it's taken on many different
We
forms.
are the Hebrew Israelites. We come out here to wake up the lost sheep of the 12 tribes of Israel, who consist of the Latinos and Native American Indians. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20, and verse 1. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make up thee any graven images or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, unto your sandals that are made of concrete and wood. The Bible says, thou shalt not bow thyself down to them. Nor serve them, for I, the Lord, thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the father upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me.
Wow, do these guys have multiple cameras set up? Because I see one right here in the background too. But yeah, these guys they ain't no joke, man. These are 10 tribe only, or well, actually, they're all the 12 tribes, so they're Latino only, I'll call them. There's the all black Hebrew Israelites, black only Hebrew Israelites, like FOPE, and then you got the all Latino Hebrew Israelites, Latino only, which is the Knights of the Brown Table. So it's just yep.
You're not supposed to bow down to your Saint Joseph. You're not supposed to bow down to your Santo Virgen la Virgen Maria. It says right here in the Bible, thou shalt not bow thyself down to them. This is why we are in this condition. This is why we are in this captivity, because you keep bowing down to your saints and santos and statues. And for showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keeping my commandments, the Most High Yahweh will show mercy upon us if we keep his commandments. This is it.
I never seen anybody do this where they're reading a scripture and then they'll blow the ram's horn. This is something brand new for me.
Exodus chapter 20, verse 7. Thou will not take.
You know, like they continually do that. We used to blow the ram's horn, but it wasn't to, you know, it would signify something like a change in the service, maybe, but not like they're doing it.
Take thy name of the Lord thy God in vain.
After every law, I guess they're reading the Exodus chapter 20, and then they'll blow the ram's horn. These guys are tatted up too, man.
For the Lord will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain. Who you call God and who you call the Father, his name is Yahushai in the Hebrew tongue. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. Are you following these commandments? Or are you breaking the Sabbath day, which is tonight? Once the sun falls down, that is the Sabbath, the Shabbat, the Sabbath. Oh, keep it holy. You're not supposed to be spending money and buying things on the Sabbath day because you're supposed to keep it holy. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh. He has, how do you say, Morat? From God, because we quit following his laws, statutes, and commandments. You must come back to your true identity, your true nationality, as being the true Hebrew Israelites that this Bible is talking about.
I think that's some of their peoples in the background there. I see some women. That's probably they probably with them.
No es Jesus es no es gringo. He is how do you say, Moreno? Moreno. Jesus es moreno, no es gringo.
This guy is funny as hell. He's moreno, so I don't understand. So I guess they are calling him brown, or moreno's black. You know, moreno's really maroon. That's where it comes from. So I guess they're still saying that, you know, what they're saying, that the Hispanics only are the 12 tribes of Israel, Native Americans and Hispanics. All right, y'all took someone else's and put a spin on it too. Yep, that's what all these people do. It's just a remix of shit. All these Israelite groups take Aria's doctrine and add their own spin to it. Yeah, that's all they do. They all do the same thing. The horn guy is doing a great job. Yeah, he is, man. That thing ain't easy. That's not an easy horn right there to blow. All of them are full of vanity and want to be seen by men. Yeah, so let's keep this playing, man. It's kind of funny. These guys are kind of entertaining so far.
Escrigo, Jesus is Diablo.
He's a Diablo.
What they conquered us with. This is what the Spanish people came to us. They conquered us with this image. He looks like us. His name is Yahushua.
They didn't conquer you with the image. I mean, you weren't there, but they didn't conquer your people with that image. But that image definitely came later, and it seems to not have gone anywhere. That thing is hanging on in Mexico right now.
Hi. This is Amos, chapter 3 and verse 1. Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up out of the land of Egypt.
He has a lot of energy, and he's saying it with his chest and all of that, but he's a little bit all over the place, a little disheveled. Now, let's go back to the beginning. I want to hear what he said again.
Shem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakakud.
All right, let's see here.
To wake up the lost sheep of the 12 tribes of Israel, who consist of the Latinos and Native American Indians.
You see? That's all he's saying right there is the Latinos and Native American Indians.
We are the Hebrew Israelites. We come out here to wake up the lost sheep of the 12 tribes of Israel, who consist of the Latinos and Native American Indians.
All right. So you can see they only believe it's the Latinos and Native American Indians. This is a new thing that I'm going to be diving into in the future. I'm not going to go that long tonight because I definitely just wanted to get that fight in there. And people that come on later on, they can see that. because I posted this on Instagram as a story, and I cut it up so you didn't see everything because it gets a little violent. And I know they're probably gonna do an age restriction on this or something because of that. I didn't care. I just wanted to put it out there, but yeah, man, what's good? Anybody got anything to say today? Because I'm gonna end it on that. I want to definitely come back and see what else these guys say. But D. Badru says, speaking of Spain, what do these guys say about Islam? What have you heard about the current Israel-Gaza conflict? So they say that Islam is a religion of Satan. All these Hebrew Israelites say the same thing. And the when in regards to the Israel-Gaza conflict, I haven't looked into that in the last week actually. Last time I heard about it was probably like about a week ago. I usually get on Twitter and look into some of that stuff, but it seems to be like a lot of the the stuff that the protests that were going on at the universities that was getting more of the attention rather than what was going on, at least with, that's national news. That's what's going on here. But what's going on over there, I know that there's still hostages from October 7th that are being held, those Israeli hostages, and that's what Israel's trying to fight for. They want them to release the hostages. Um, and I mean that was a declaration of war, October 7th. So uh there's not no nobody wins in war, man. I mean, somebody's gonna win, but there's a lot of casualties, especially on the side of the Palestinians. I think it's up to 30,000 now, if not uh if not more. Last time I checked, it was 24,000 casualties, they said, around, but yeah, there's been a lot of stuff going on worldwide. Hold up. The 12 tribes is only Latino and natives. Yeah, that's their 12 tribes. Yeah, that's that. They don't believe that they don't believe that the real Jews are black. They don't follow that stuff. Um, but yeah, that's this whole thing, man. Like, what I don't like is the disregard of how it's coming from both sides. That's what I'm seeing with these like real liberal lefties that are out here protesting. They're protesting for Palestine. They want the war to be over because they're getting slaughtered over there, man. It's like this is not even a fair fight. The Israeli army is no joke. They got one of the strongest armies in the whole world. So Palestinians don't even have a real military like that. Like this thing is it's Hamas, man. It's like that's all it is. um but yeah, think I'm gonna end it at that. So the real Jews are brown. That's why they call the Knights of the Brown Table. These guys here, they are the Knights of the Brown Table. Yeah, but yeah, there's all types of lies all throughout the Black and Hispanic and Native American communities. They're they're trying to do something different here, man. This is one of my first times. I mean, I've heard of this type of stuff before. Um, with these guys. I don't know if they're connected to the dude that I met. The dude that I met was talking about Tazadakia. He's speaking against Tazadakia one time, and I came across his channel and I gave him props, and then I realized what he believed. And I remember we went back and forth through email, I believe, and I forgot. I don't know how we lost contact. We were supposed to do something together, and I don't know. The dude was definitely from like down there in Texas or New Mexico or Arizona or Cali. There's a lot of them over there that's now pushing this. But I never seen somebody in person that teaches this. This is all stuff that I've seen on YouTube. It doesn't look like there's a lot of these guys out there saying this, but they are definitely out there, and um they believe that the Black Americans are descendants of Hamites and Canaanites. They like to call them Canaanites. But yeah, I mean, there's a big mess, man. I'm not gonna be able to cover all of that today, but yeah, man, I'm gonna close it out on that. I'm gonna put out my Cash App info and everything. It'll be in the description of the video. But I'll just put it here for now. And oops, I didn't spell it right, but you know what I mean. And then I got Venmo. It's the same thing, SamMig22. I mean, I spelled the username right. You can definitely hit me up there. And if you got PayPal, you can find me under my email address, my PayPal email address. So, you know, the one I connected to that. Don't send emails on that one because I don't really check emails on there like that. That's if you wanna email me, it'll be in the description of the video. But you know, that's for anybody who wants to hit me up. If there's anybody that comes across like the brothers from the Knights the Brown Table, send me an email. It's gonna be in the description of the video. I'm putting it in the messages there. Yeah, give this a like, subscribe. My email address is sanmiguelpana@gmail.com. You can contact me there. Yeah, so you can Cash App me. You can Venmo me, same name, SamMig22. And to search for me on PayPal is sanmig422@gmail.com. I want to keep these morning walk and talks going. So I want to buy something called the gimbal, which is the stabilizer, because I've been getting some feedback. And even though my videos, you know, people like what I'm doing, the shakiness of it is not, it's just very, you know, it makes some people dizzy. People are not going to stay on and watch it. So I just want to see if people want to help me out to make this channel, you know, more creative. And I'll be able to do better content in the future, especially regarding that these walk-in talks. But yeah, that was it. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel, give the video a like. I'll be back most likely on to do a live like this. I'll be back on Friday. I'm not gonna give you all the topic yet because I'm deciding on whether to do one topic or two different topics and kind of blend it. But it's gonna involve the 12 tribes breakdown and the Father Nazario stones. I'll just tell you now. Because I had a conversation with the Dr. Reniel Rodriguez Ramos, who's dealing with the Father Nazario stone. So I'll be talking about that on Friday. Most likely at this point, that's the date that I got set up. But I'll be putting out the video with him where I'm talking with him for like 25 minutes almost. I'll be putting that out as a video on San Miguel TV within the next few days. So look out for that and many more things. But yeah, brother, I appreciate y'all brothers and sisters and ladies and gentlemen and dudes and dudettes. You're a dude. I'm a dude. We're all dudes and all that good stuff. I appreciate y'all, man. But yeah, again, sanmiguelpana@gmail.com. If you want to reach out to me, PayPal, sanmig422@gmail.com. Venmo is sanmig22. And my Cash App is sanmig22. Show me some love, even if it's $1, that helps out. I'm getting the pot together to get this. I'm gonna get a real good exclusive stabilizer, man. And it's gonna be on and popping after that. You'll see, guys. I appreciate all the support. Thank you. I love y'all. San Miguel TV signing out. Peace. Shalom. Shalom.